Hey, what's up, my fearless networking friends? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about how do you go about getting your confidence level up? Because the thing is, if you've been in network marketing for any period of time, you got to understand and realize this is a confidence game. Like, okay, if somebody's not acting, if they're not doing, if they're not stepping up every single day, doing the very things that they know that they need to grow their business, what do you think the number one reason is that's causing them to not act? Okay, what is that reason? That's a very, I can tell you this is probably one of the most important things that you need to get a grip on when it comes to either yourself or people that you might be working with in your business. Like, why is my team not showing up? Now, there's different reasons for that, but if somebody says, let's say somebody wants to create change, they want to make more money, they want to have a different, life experience than what they're currently having, and they sign up in your business, and then they don't do anything in the business, then is it because, again, like, I don't think, and I've mentioned this before a couple times, I don't think for the most part it's laziness. For somebody that's brand new, that just started today, it may be that they just don't know what to do or how to do it, which then would be, I don't have the confidence to go do it because I'm not going to go do something that I don't know how to do. So this is something that you seriously have got to work with. If you're dealing with this, then you've got to work with yourself on this. But for sure, you're going to have people on your team. This is an ongoing, never-ending struggle here, guys, where you've got people on your team that just aren't acting. So how do we develop confidence around the most important activity that's going to lead to money in the business? How do we do that? Okay? It's not like some guessing game. Number one is you need to do it, right? You need to put yourself out there and start kind of getting your feet wet and actually doing the activity. And the beautiful thing about this business is we get to kind of figure it out along the way. You don't go study network marketing, get your master's degree in network marketing, and then you can finally go out in the field like doctors or attorneys or other people have to get this education before they can even go practice. We get to go and start doing it in spite of not having all the answers. And I don't know that we'll ever have all of the answers. I've been doing this for 3 decades, and I can't say I have every single answer. But how can you get good at the thing that you never do? You cannot develop confidence around something that you never do, right? So you can expect to develop confidence around something that you continue to avoid. Now, you got to, if you're not acting because you don't have confidence, or you have people on your team that aren't acting because they don't have confidence, to me, step one is, okay, you gave me a basic script, an approach script, like, which is pretty normal for a brand new person. Hey, here's how to approach your first couple handfuls of contacts. And I might look at the script and it's like, I don't even know what to say. So I might want to read the script a few times or get comfortable with what I'm about to say. But then I have got to go out and actually do something. And even if I'm not good, at least I'll get the experience of kind of doing it so that I can start to have the feedback that the market's going to give me. And then I can begin to make those changes, which is going to enable me to do it slightly differently the next time, because the way I did it this time didn't seem to work out so well for me. So a big part of developing or gaining confidence is you actually have to do it. And I know that can be scary, right? I know that, I don't have any confidence. Well, I know, because I was there. I didn't have any confidence whatsoever when it came to prospecting and network marketing, but I saw the opportunity, I saw the potential, I wanted to do it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it, and I started knowing nothing about network marketing, having no skills around doing network marketing, but I did it anyway. And quite frankly, I sucked when I started recruiting in network marketing. I was stuttering, I was sweaty, my mouth was dry, I was super nervous, my heart was pounding, I was insecure. I was like, oh my gosh, well, I don't know, why would anybody listen to me? I'm like a 22-year-old broke college kid. In order for me to start, having something happen, I had to put myself into position. So number one is you have to do it in spite of not having the confidence. Number two, and this is something that I speak about this all the time, and it's the concept of practice, right? And I'll ask you, like, seriously, okay, if you're watching me, you're listening to me, wherever you might be, how much time, honestly, be real here, how much time in the last 7 days did you specifically dedicate to practicing? I mean, look, here's the thing. Let's just be real for a second. How much time did you devote to practicing getting better at prospecting and recruiting? I know that the great majority of people that are involved in network marketing do this much, 0. They just do it. And that's part of getting better, doing it, having the experiences, having the opportunity to learn from experiences. But how can we expect to develop confidence around something that we don't even spend any time working on? This is probably the one thing that frustrates the crap out of me more than anything else, is the sheer numbers of people that are in this business that say that they want to get good, and good means that they have confidence in, that they have skill sets around it, but yet they're just not doing. And it's like, wait a minute, why do you keep saying you want to get good, but then you're not doing the very thing that's going to help you get good? Anything that you're good at, like let's say you played a sport growing up. You never went to practice. I mean, come on. You never went to practice. That's like if you played soccer, tennis, football, baseball, hockey, whatever it was, gymnastics, you just went to the game, right? Isn't that what you did? You just went straight to the game. You never went to practice. That's stupid. We just go play the game. No, of course. You went to practice. And I was on teams. I played soccer competitively my whole life growing up. We had our star player, and this dude would not be he was the best player on the team by far. I mean, all from like little kid all the way to like through college. This guy was a stud. And if he didn't show up for practice, he scored more goals than like the whole team. Like seriously, this guy was our main scorer on the team. Our coach, if he didn't show up for practice, even though he was the best player, he would not be put in the game. And there were times where he was sitting on the sidelines and he was the best player. And just the way our coach was like, look, man, if you can't show up for practice on the team and be a team player, you're sitting on the sidelines. So, he quickly learned that, and because he wanted to play, so he showed up for practice. But there were times where he didn't show up for practice and he didn't play in the game. I love that philosophy. I think that was a great thing for the coach. It was a great lesson for the coach to teach this guy. Not like he's so better than everybody else now currently, but it's not like if he had stopped developing through practice early on, he would not have played. And he went on to play. So I don't think he played pro, but I know he played college ball. So that's number 2. So number 1 is you have to do it. Number 2, you have to practice. Number 3, you've got to get feedback. How do you get feedback? There are 2 ways that you can get feedback. One is, and this is something I've done for years, I still do it to this day with my speaking gigs, is I get recordings of every presentation that I do, and I get a chance to look back at the presentation and go, okay, what can I learn? What can I improve on? What can I do better? What did I do well? Oh, that little message didn't work out so well. Let's see how I can shift it in the future. So I get feedback from myself on recordings, right? So I can look at myself and figure out some things. Now I'm at a level in terms of like many, many years doing this. I know what works, what doesn't, what's right, what's not. And so I'm in a position as an expert where I can do enough analysis of my presentation. Let's say it's my presentation, like a live presentation in front of an audience, where I can pick up on those things. But even then, if I have another fellow speaker, an expert speaker that is really, really good at what they do, I would have no problem saying, hey, can you watch my presentation and give me some constructive feedback on ways that I can improve, things that I did really well, or things that I can work on in the future, because a different set of eyeballs or earballs, depending on if it's an audio or video, I know there's no earballs, but that will enable you to get a different level of feedback. So I don't know. And this is a question I'll ask you. This is something when I run my A teams, I've asked people, I used to require this, that you need to record some of your calls and listen back to them so you can pick up on things that you might be doing well or you might not be doing well. Now, here's the thing. If you're brand new and you're like, I don't know what's good, what's not, you're still going to be able to pick up on some stuff that you can change in the future. You'll pick up on whether you stomp on somebody's conversation, like they're answering a question that you asked and then you cut them off mid-sentence, or or some other flaw that you might have in your language that you're not able to pick up on while you're actually doing it, because it's kind of hard to analyze yourself. If we get caught in trying to analyze ourselves while we're actually doing it, then we're not actually being present in the conversation. So you got to do it. Number 2, you got to practice it. Number 3, you got to figure out a mechanism for feedback, because that feedback is going to allow you to change, right? Feedback, that mirror reflection, enables you to kind of be able to analyze and take a look at it and go, okay, I did this good. It's like, even like with my golf swing, right? I understand the proper mechanics of a golf swing. I played golf for many, many years, but whether I can actually deliver the mechanics properly is another thing. So if when I'm on the driving range, I'll literally put a camera up behind me. I'll put my iPhone on a stand behind me, and I will, in slow motion, look at my golf swing, and I will be able to identify potentially some of the flaws. And sometimes, like, I'll have like my golf coach or whatever look at it and go, and I may not be able to pick up on it. But another set of eyeballs that's more of an expert in that line of work, or that whatever that is, whether it's golf or prospecting and network marketing or anything else for that matter, they can look at it and they might be able to see things that you can't see. I promise you, there's somebody that you know in your life that, even if you're brand new to network marketing, you say, hey, can you look at this conversation that I had, this text message thread, and give me some, what would you have done? Or can you look at this Facebook conversation? Or can you listen to this audio that I did? Or, hey, I did a one-on-one presentation. I sat down with this person. I had my phone down and I recorded it. Can you listen to the audio and give me some feedback? Or, hey, here's a video of a presentation that I did on an in-home, for example, if you do in-homes. And then can you give me some feedback on it? Because then, again, this is your pathway to greater confidence, because the better the results that you're getting, the more skills that you have, of course your confidence is going to increase, right? And we've talked about that before, the confidence parallels, right? The more competent you are, the more highly skilled you are, your confidence is going to rise. The last thing, and I think this is a great thing for you to do on a number of levels, is partner up, right? So if you can do it with somebody, and this is something I've spoken, like we're in this business, what's the phrase? We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. We hear that all the time, but most of the time we're by ourselves. We're, solopreneurs, we're communicating with people and all that, but we spend a great majority of our time doing it alone. So if you can grab a teammate and you can do it together, you can feed off of each other and you can give each other feedback and you can cheer each other on. And it just, I don't know, anytime that you have one or more people with you and you're doing it together, it reduces the intimidation. It really does. So those are 4 things that you can do to improve your confidence. I think you want to improve your confidence, right? Why would you not want to be incredibly confident engaging people in conversation online and offline? Isn't that the position that you want to be in? Well, you can hope that you're going to get there, or you can do something like I've just suggested to help you move yourself closer to being more confident talking to people, however you can communicate with people in your network marketing business. So do it. That's my message. If you're on my YouTube channel, what's up, YouTubers? If you're on my podcast on audio, the rest of this episode and the details from this episode are on my page. You can come to toddfalcone.com/episode 133. Again, TODDFALCONE.com/episode 133. We'll see you on the episode. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them there, and we'll see you soon.